Welcome to the Deep Dive.
Hey there.
Today, we're cutting through the noise in the Linux world.
Yep, lots of choices out there.
We've looked at a pretty detailed multi-month test comparing 4 key Linux distributions. We've got Pop! OS, Linux Mint, Ubuntu, and Fedora.
Right.
And our mission, really, is to give you a quick, clear guide which one fits you.
And the findings were pretty interesting.
Yeah, genuinely surprising, actually, especially how vanilla Ubuntu seemed to, well, lag behind its own offshoots in the reviewer's experience.
Okay, let's jump in, maybe start with the easiest transition. Linux Mint.
Good idea. The one for Windows switchers.
Exactly. It's designed for that. It gives you that polished kind of Windows 7 feel with a cinnamon desktop.
Who's up, familiar?
Yeah, and importantly, it avoids some of the, let's say, controversial stuff like snap packages by default, which Ubuntu pushes.
Right. So it's Ubuntu underneath, but simpler, cleaner.
Kind of boring, but brilliant is how it felt in the review.
Yeah.
It's built on Ubuntu's LTS, the long-term support release.
Ah, so stable.
Very stable. You get 5 years of updates guaranteed. The test machine ran it for 8 months, rock solid. Plus, all the multimedia bits, codecs, drivers, included right away.
That sounds great for just getting started or if you value stability above all. But that stability comes with a catch, right? It's conservative.
Totally. You're not getting the absolute latest software versions or the newest kernel features. It holds back for reliability.
So if Mint is the predictable, stable choice, what if you need more speed? Or you're a gamer?
Well, that leads us nicely to Pop! OS. That's from System 76.
Hardware, folks.
Yep. And they aim it squarely at developers and gamers. They've got their own custom desktop.
And the review found it actually felt faster.
Yeah, surprisingly faster and snappier than vanilla Ubuntu, even on the same 5-year-old test hardware.
That is interesting. And the big one for gamers, NVIDIA drivers.
Worked out of the box.
Yeah.
Which is, a huge plus. No command line tinkering needed usually.
That saves a lot of headaches. And it has things like automatic window tiling.
Right. Great for developers or anyone multitasking heavily. Really helps focus.
Okay, so Pop! OS for performance, especially gaming. What about the other end of the spectrum? The real enthusiasts.
It's got to be Fedora. Red Hat's community playground, basically.
This is where new Linux tech shows up first.
Pretty much. You get the newest kernel, the latest GNOME desktop version, immediately. It's bleeding edge.
And security is a big focus, too, I hear.
Definitely. SE Linux, which is Red Hat's strong security framework, is on by default. And its package manager, DNF, is generally considered pretty fast and efficient.
Better dependency handling and stuff.
Yeah, parallel downloads, better resolution, it's slick.
But there's always a but with bleeding edge, isn't there? The rapid updates.
That's the trade-off. A new Fedora version lands every 6 months, and each one's only supported for about 13 months.
So you're upgrading constantly.
You are. And sometimes those upgrades, well, they can be a bit bumpy. Things might break. Plus, out of the box, multimedia support is limited due to patent concerns. You got to add third-party sources.
Right. Bit more hands-on. Okay, so we've covered the easy switch, the performance machine, the tinkerer's choice. What about the big one? Ubuntu.
Yeah, the elephant in the room.
It's still the default for many, right?
Yeah.
Made Linux accessible, backed by Canonical, good hardware support, predictable LTS cycles. It's the safe, often corporate choice.
Absolutely. But that's where the review's surprise came in. Why did it feel sluggish compared to Mint and Pop! OS, which are based on it?
And the finger points towards.
Seems to be the heavy push towards snap packages. They're Canonical's containerized app format.
And they add overhead?
They do. Longer startup times for apps, sometimes a bit of a disjointed feel when you mix snaps with traditional packages and maybe flat packs. It just felt, well, heavier, especially on that older test hardware.
Interesting. So the convenience of snaps might come at a performance cost.
Seems like it, yeah. At least in this comparison.
Okay, let's distill this. Based on the review, what's the quick takeaway for you, the listener?
All right, the verdict seems to be, if you're a newcomer, especially from Windows, Linux Mint is probably your best bet. Smooth transition, stable.
Makes sense. And if you're a gamer or developer needing performance, particularly with an NVIDIA card.
Pop! OS looked like the clear winner there. Snappy, drivers work, good workflow tools.
Okay. What about enterprise use or just wanting maximum predictability and support?
Ubuntu still holds that ground despite the snap performance concerns. The LTS and ecosystem are huge.
And finally, the enthusiast, the tinkerer who wants the absolute latest.
Fedora, no question. If you like living on the edge and seeing what's next.
Got it. That's a clear breakdown.
But there's a fascinating future angle here, especially with Pop! OS.
Oh, what's that?
System 76 isn't just tweaking GNOME anymore. They're building their own desktop environment called Cosmic, completely from scratch.
From scratch. Wow.
Yeah, and get this, they're building it in Rust, the programming language known for speed and safety. It's a massive undertaking, aiming to break free from GNOME entirely.
Huge ambition. But it's early days, right?
Very early, still
Mm.
in alpha, rough around the edges. Which brings up a really core question for anyone choosing a system today.
Which is?
How much weight do you give that future potential? How do you balance the proven, predictable stability you get now from something like Mint or Ubuntu against the promise of cutting-edge tech like a Rust-based desktop in Pop! OS or the rapid, sometimes breaking innovation you see in Fedora?
That stability versus ambition trade-off.
Exactly. That's kind of the central tension in the Linux world right now, isn't it? Something for you to think about.